Smell those eggs and bacon. It's time for Breakfast Talk, a podcast covering a range of entrepreneurial and independent comics creation topics first thing in the morning. Of course, please like and share if you're enjoying our special seasoning. And be sure to subscribe to join us every Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Let's talk.
Breakfast Talk.
Breakfast Talk.
Damn, we need to harmonize. We need to harmonize that. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Breakfast Talk.
No, that's not at all.
God, I'm pretty sure we just broke somebody's speaker.
Yeah.
They're like,
You know,
okay.
it's been so long that we're just out of sync, guys.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Well, we are back
I'm
with
feeling
Breakfast
Backstreet
Talk.
Boys here, yeah.
This is episode 11 of Breakfast Talk. The topic today is how to stop overextending yourself.
I like when you talk smooth, Greg.
Yeah.
Get real close to the microphone, baby.
This is the Panda Smooth Jazz.
The Panda.
What just happened?
I get paid $120 every time that plays.
Yep.
Yes.
Look at your paycheck. He gets more. He gets more than you.
Like, why do you keep saying that? Because they pay me every time I do. You're so smart. Why do you know that?
All right.
Yeah. So we're talking about overextending ourselves or yourself or whatever verbiage.
The collective selves.
Yeah, because I know Hector and I have done that this year, so that's why we're talking about it. So yeah.
I've done this my whole life. It's not even just this year.
Oh, this year it's been a lot.
This year's like pulled muscle, kind of.
Yeah.
I pulled a muscle because I've been overextending myself.
Yeah. I was planning on doing 3 Kickstarters this year. Yep, 3.
It's just foolish.
That's
And
one more than 2.
that's good. You know math. Is that Common Core math?
That's this many.
That's if you get 5 roofs and 3 pancakes, you can get 7 grapes. That's how you figure that out.
This makes the most sense. Breakfast talk? This is not breakfast talk. No.
But no,
Okay.
it's definitely something that everyone's got to work on. Is like, I think that some people, I would say that you have to be worried about overextending yourself, but some people also have to be worried about not extending themselves enough, because
At all.
I think that the idea is that you need to overextend yourself so that you know where your boundary is. But you
My
also
boundary is
2
this year.
2 Kickstarters, yeah.
Except Covenant Comics. Shout out to Covenant Comics. Covenant Comics has done like so many this year. They did 1 for Crossbones, I think 2, and then 3, or did it just?
We don't know how far along they were in the comic creation before doing all
Yeah,
that.
and then
We
Burlap and
we were
all that other stuff.
actively, editing comics while running Kickstarters,
Yeah.
while doing a 3rd Kickstarter.
While doing podcasts. They do a monthly podcast called Covenant Talk. Look at that, just plugging them away. Yeah. So probably if
which just speaks to how organized they are and how far ahead they were in probably a lot of areas. And they were like, yeah, this is a good plan to produce first, not say a damn thing, build up the content, and then actually create these campaigns in a manageable way. So they obviously had a good plan.
Yep, they're doing 1 more after the Indiegogo Stride right now. So, yeah, I think it's Burlap, and then I think after Burlap, there's like a '90s version of it or something. I don't know. After that one, there's like another one that they're doing. I'm like, oh, okay, you guys just really busy.
Dominating.
But honestly, that's the whole point of overextending yourself. I'm sure that they've done that in the past, and now they kind of know where their boundary is. And I'd say the other thing too is that, so when you overextend yourself, you're doing too many different things at once. Typically, it's not the same thing. Where you can go pretty far doing the same thing if you're all in alignment with everyone else. So I know one thing I'm doing is I've got, obviously the comic book company. I've got my marketing company. I'm helping my brother with his music company. I was talking to Greg about how there's somebody local in Nashville I want to start another business with. So some people work differently. Some people can extend themselves wide, right? And if they go too far in one route, they'll get burnt out. So that's why it's important to overextend yourself in the beginning, realize where your limit is, and then keep trying to move that limit, but you don't want to get to the burnout stage. Don't get to the part where you are overextended. Figure out where that limit is, pull it back a little bit, right? And then just hover right there and then keep trying to push that a little bit more forward.
Yeah, and that was my main overextension has been a little bit of width, like working with too many people, trying to explore too many avenues, and that's just not necessarily good for my mental health. Just because, like, you know, when you go so long without sleep, when you're at your desk for hours and hours, it's gonna take a toll on you. You know, you in the moment, I'm always thinking like, oh, I can handle it. It's all good. Like I'll take a nap, I'll take a 2 hour nap or something. And I'll come back and I'll kill it. And recently, it definitely has not been working out that way. So I definitely think I've learned my limit. And you know, for me specifically, that kind of means cutting off a lot of projects that I was hoping to work on and just focusing on kind of like it's two directions, but it's one direction for me as like this is my day job now and this is my side work. So it's not like my day job and my side work are both equally like scattered and trying to accomplish, I guess, the most in both of those areas. It's kind of like I'm picking one direction for each one of those things. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
one thing I like, that book, The One Thing, that's my favorite book of all time because it's made me the most money. But one of the things it talks about is a lot of people try to find balance in their life and they don't realize that that's physically impossible. You can't be like the best parent and the best worker at the same time.
yeah,
So he talks about counterbalancing. Go all in on one thing and don't sidetrack your brain. Focus in on whatever you're doing now. Like for this podcast, like I just finished a different podcast. Now I'm here and it's a total another, like I'm just here, I'm not thinking about a bunch of other things. And so the counterbalance is figuring out how much time you can allocate to each of these things. But when you're doing it, like it's way better to spend 15 minutes a day with your kid if it's the best 15 minutes they'll remember for the rest of the day and the
true.
whole week
Yeah.
than it is to spend 4 hours thinking about work, standing around your kid, not doing anything with them.
Or you're with them and you're like, you know, on your phone, distracted.
Yeah, you're
trying
not
to,
even looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and so that's kind of the point is like, go all in on your work, get it done, get it out of the way, and then shift mindsets. And that different podcast, we are talking about the buckets of energy. Like you'll have the energy that you need as long as you are truly shifting mindsets. Like you're going to be exhausted playing with your kid if you still got work in the back of your head. Like you need to, clear the slate and just new project, like
yeah.
spend time with kids, spend time with
Yeah. I think my where I slip up is I'm always planning for like this 36-hour day that never exists. So I'm always like I got time for it. I got time for it. But then, life is not necessarily running on a plan. Things happen. You get distracted from different things. You're not in a creative zone. And that's kind of like where I'm at is like if you're doing a creative job, it kind of is hard to keep doing your own creative thing after your creative job because it's like a different, mental energy that you're drawing into. If I was working maybe like a part-time job at, a store or something like that, like I could come home and have like this tremendous amount of creative energy and it would feel like limitless. But because now I'm using it for my day job, it's kind of like afterwards I'm like, I don't want to do any more pages. I just kind of want to go to sleep right now or play video games or something to de-stress, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not really overextending myself for the Kickstarters. It's more like I found out a rule that I somehow didn't know. And I said that to a couple other people and they're like, oh, I didn't even know that was a rule. And they've done multiple Kickstarters. And I was like, yeah, they should kind of make that more of a aware. It is common sense. Like you should fulfill your latest Kickstarter before you do the other one, which that's common sense.
Should keep your promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like there's people that haven't done that and then they keep doing different ones under different names. And yeah, so that's kind of like how Covenant Comics has been doing it, but they fulfill stuff like as quick as possible because I'm pretty sure they have like their comics like Dillon, basically like what Dillon said earlier. But yeah, like I'm not going to be doing any Kickstarter until like our comic is done, like each comic that we want done, that is when the Kickstarter will launch. We'll plan around like, oh, so all we have to do is like lettering. Okay, now we're gonna start like the 3-month process of like promoting it. But next year is mostly just our video game. That's like our main focus. That and our website, which we'll be relaunching very soon. We're gonna figure that out.
Even by the time this episode releases.
Ooh.
Maybe not.
Yeah, we are gonna talk about that though. But yeah. So, anything else? Or
Oh, yeah, I guess the other thing too is there's that. I like this quote where people overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 5. And what that really means is, like Hector was saying, a lot of people plan for a 36-hour day that doesn't exist. You want to have it so that you're working towards something, and it doesn't matter how slow it is as long as you're always working towards it. It's better to be at the gym 5 minutes a day, 365 days a year, than it is to do an hour a week and then not be there for the next 5 to 6 days. So
Yeah.
it's definitely something that people don't realize. Like there's an MMA fighter on I forgot his name, but he was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he was talking about how basically some other people will do like hardcore at the gym like 3 to 4 days a week, but they have to take those rest days, where he goes literally every day because he dials it back just enough that he always has the strength and energy to go another day, which gives him more time training, and so he has more hours in the ring, right? And
Yeah.
so because of that, he's going to have more experience. And that's kind of what, when you're working on a business, it might not be experience you're trying to get, but it's progress in growth or progress in creation. And a good way to think about that is just the compound effect. Just slow incremental steps in the right direction will get you to where you want to go. Just always take the step. And it
Right.
doesn't matter how small. Like if you woke up today, it's a sucky day, do one thing. That's like the whole thing about making your bed in the morning. At least you completed one task for the whole day. Same with your goals, your dreams. Even if it's like, if you're learning, like I'm learning Japanese, even if it's just learning one new word today or trying to recall another word that so I can remember it better, just
Yeah.
taking that little progress, little steps.
yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, we actually have our Kickstarter going on right now. Chronicles of Horror. We are funded. We funded in the first day because we're like just awesome.
Yep.
Day 1, baby.
But we have like 6 days left. And
26, yeah.
And on
yeah.
the first day of Halloween.
Yes.
And
all my money.
yeah, so we're trying to get that first stretch goal of $1,500.
And what's the stretch
Almost
goal?
there.
Greg? Tell them.
A Gravedigger sticker, which Hector made, and it looks
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah, it does actually look pretty badass. Greg was
Yeah.
showing me yesterday on like he had like it on a skateboard mock-up, and I was like,
Yeah.
that actually looks pretty dope.
Well, thank you. And yes, yeah, we're kicking ass on Kickstarter. It's a really awesome project. So you guys should definitely check it out. Chronicles of Horror Kickstarter. Hopefully by the time this episode is out, it'll still be like right in the middle of it. And you
Oh,
guys
yeah, it should.
can go and back and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Sweet.
Oh, and plus we're getting some merch for Breakfast Talk. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, the logo you see in the beginning or at the end of the episode, we're getting that wrapped around a mug. It's gonna look awesome.
Yeah,
And we sometime.
we actually might get those mugs. Like each one of us actually
Yeah.
got one of those. So, yeah.
Support your boys, the Breakfast Boys.
Yeah.
Some of the other things like shirts or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If you like kittens and mugs, we've got
And
mugs.
breakfast.
Yeah.
It's the most important podcast of the day.
That's right.
Okay. Peace.
Peace out, guys.